Welcome back to another opponent preview with head coach Dan Campbell. In week 5, you got a big win over the Bengals, and in your post-game locker room speech, you gave yourself some grace. You said you're not going to feel bad about winning another ball game in this league. How did you come to that realization?
No, I just think sometimes, man, you know, we put an enormous amount of pressure and stress on ourselves to be perfect. And at the end of the day, the name of the game is improving and win games. Man, we improved and we won that game. And now you got to get on to the next one, man. If you sulk too long over winning a game and it wasn't just perfect, man, you get in this ditch that you can never get out of. So we're good. All right, we'll move on. At some point, I'll go back to that. But yeah, we're on to Kansas City.
Week 6, going to the Chiefs. And with quarterback Patrick Mahomes, you have to prepare for the original play call and then whatever Mahomes decides to do after that. How do you brace your defense for that this week?
You do. Well, look, discipline. You know, with all these guys that you talk about, you have to have rush integrity. And I'm talking about these guys. They're mobile in the pocket, man. They can scramble, eyes downfield, all of that. Man, rush integrity. Close your lanes in. Do not lunge at the guy. You wrap him up. You got to pull him down and then stay alive in the coverage. I don't know if we can do this. I mean, that feels like that's a pull down. But either way, all right, you got to stay with him because this is what he does, man. It's 2nd and 9, he scrambles, he's not through, he's up, he's running, and he ends up getting the first down. And it's annoying, but that's what this guy does. He's great at it.
He's about to rush for the most yards in his career this season if he stays on this pace. But one downfield threat is Xavier Worthy for Mahomes. He's heating up 125 receiving yards over the last 2 weeks. You're down 2 starting corners. What's the game plan in limiting those explosives?
Well, he's a challenge because he's got serious juice. He's got real juice, and yes, he can run it, man. He's a gadget guy for him, but then he can just turn it on. And we just talked about this guy can do it all. He's a pinpoint accurate thrower, big arm, and he's going to hit you in stride. So this guy, we can't let this guy get going, man. We got to be disruptive. We got to make sure that we help over the top at times. And then we got to close this pocket down on him, but we got to do it with discipline. So this is a big challenge this week. We know what type of opponent we have, and this guy is very much a big piece of it.
Defensively for the Chiefs, Chris Jones, big presence on that interior defensive line. What kind of pressure is he putting on rushing games and offensive lines?
Well, when this guy goes, he can tear a game up. He can disrupt the game. So here's just his raw power in the run game. He's really an edge guy. He can hit an edge, and then you just see the shock and shed. He's strong. He's physical, and this is where it's just, man, he can take it over. You got to be on point. You got to have your eyes up, see what you hit, play with leverage, run your feet. You make one miss false step, and this is what he can do. And we're just talking about the run game here. He's dangerous in the pass game.
On the back end for the Chiefs, Trent McDuffie, 3 PDs, 1 INT Monday night against the Jags. He's in year 4. How is he starting to come on and limit receivers?
Like this player a lot. Very disciplined player. Man, he's always been pretty fundamentally sound, crafty, smart, instincts. But you see him here, man. He understands. He's got an idea of what this guy's run. A lot of film study. He's ready to undercut these routes, low hip, and there he is, man. And you see this all over the tape, man. This guy, you can tell he does a ton of studying. He understands the game well, and he makes plays like that.
You were trying to go get win number 5 in a row at KC. They have 3 losses to their name. That doesn't really sound very normal for them. But why do you just throw the records out in this one?
Well, look, they've had some injuries. There's been some things that have not been characteristic of them that have popped up that is not normal. And they're constantly working. They got a young team. They really do have some young players in certain positions. What I see is a team, yes, there's a couple of errors. They're getting better. They're getting better. They're back home. This quarterback can take it to the distance anytime. They got enough weapons. The defense is always going to be a pain in the rear. So we got to be on point.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.